Tomatoes, tomatoes, boo. Hi everyone, my name is Tia and we're gonna be haters together. If you're on YouTube for positivity, this particular video of mine might not be for you, but I have other videos that I'm way nicer in. I wanted to just get it out of the way. My worst books of this year. I've read 150-ish books in 2023 and a lot of them were mediocre, if not quite bad. And that's okay. Reading is still so fun. And if you liked any of these books on this list, I'm so happy for you. Like, I truly go into books really excited to read them. I wish I could have liked these books. Nothing against your taste in media, nothing against liking these. Personally, for me, they really didn't work out. Before we start talking about my worst books of this year, I quickly wanted to shout out Ana Luisa, who I'm partnering with in this video. Let me pull you guys a little bit closer. I am a silver girly through and through. I like to invest in high quality jewelry that I can wear in the shower. I don't have to take off, that won't turn my skin green, that will stay so shiny over time. Ana Luisa prides themselves in their policy that their jewelry does not tarnish. It is water resistant and also hypoallergenic, which I think is huge for a lot of people. This is about as statement necklacey as I will get, but I absolutely love it. The length of it is truthfully perfect, as well as these earrings. I do not have earrings that are shaped like this, and I think they look so good with any outfit. They are the perfect everyday hoop to really elevate your style. And then a statement ring. I don't know if you've seen, but I'm an everyday ring wearer, so this one is just a stunning addition to my collection. I absolutely love it. Right now, Ana Luisa is running a 35% off sale for the holidays. It's their biggest sale of the year, and if you click the link in my description, it is my personal link to give you guys. Feel free to go check out their jewelry. I'm honestly loving the pieces that I got. I like to know that spending my money is worth it, so the fact that Ana Luisa offers a 2-year warranty, for me, that's huge. The holiday sale also includes free shipping if you're in the United States, and then they offer some pretty affordable shipping options if you are international. Every piece is strength and humidity tested, so they're meant to be long lasting, and they also don't want you emptying your wallet, so I think Ana Luisa is a pretty affordable, great option for still really high quality everyday jewelry. But I've worn these in the shower, no problemos. I've been genuinely really enjoying my Ana Luisa pieces. So you'll find the Tia Chu personalized Ana Luisa link. Thank you again so much, Ana Luisa. And now let's talk books. No, where do I even begin? Ooh, a book that I genuinely feel like I read a completely different book than other people was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Granted, I'm a 24-year-old woman. Like, I admit I'm a grown adult, and this is very much a YA book. So the way that like I have beef with the 17-year-old fictional character, like, that's on me. And I know that. But I stand strong that I'm a Liz hater through and through, girl. The only reason why I didn't DNF this book, oh, do you see my... I just needed them to get together for my own sanity. She was just consistently lying to people in the book and then questioning why her relationships were like falling apart or whatever. Like, why were you so mean to your mom? Why? It is a 4.29 ratings. I know that this is an unpopular opinion. I couldn't stand the female main character. She was infuriating. Whew, moving right along. Oh, you either love this book or you hate this book. I've hated A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. Why were these people in high school? You could have easily just aged them up and put them in college. Like, the fact that you made it about high school is weird. I don't need to read about this like poor repressed girl who's never had sexual relations with anyone, get sexually assaulted, and then just somehow fall in love with her predator. I don't need it. The male main character in this book is actually one of the worst love interests I've ever read about. I truly love when a book presents you with a complex, unlikable character and then you see them grow and you see them learn. But this was unlikable in the worst way because you're supposed to like them, but they suck. I'm all for someone embracing their sexuality and going out and doing stuff so you learn what you like. I'm so happy for you. Please be safe and Godspeed. Their dynamic just really rubbed me the wrong way. He consistently took advantage of her inexperience and she fell for him anyway. Ugh, boo. This is also a very polarizing opinion, I think. But this book, I think, pissed me off more than any other book. I've learned that I'm not one for paranormal romances or any kind of, not even mystical, because I'm open to a mystical element, but The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, literally, oh, it grinds my gears. Okay, let's paint the picture. I think her name is Flo. I hate Flo. Flo is like this late 20-something. The only reason, oh my God, why you know she's like over the drinking legal age in America is because she often orders a rum and coke. But besides that fact, she is truly an emotionally immature 14-year-old boy. She cannot communicate for the life of her. Revisiting all these books is gonna like raise my blood pressure or something. And she falls for this guy named Ben. But when she falls for him, Ben is literally a ghost. Like, he's a ghost. And she's like, she has like this confusing sexual attraction towards this literal ghost. And she's like, oh God, like I can't fall for him. He's a ghost. I distinctly remember they're like walking through a graveyard and she, in her mind, commenting about how sexy it was that he was following her pace instead of her having to walk at the other person's pace. Like her ex-boyfriend used to walk really fast, and so she had to like constantly walk faster. But now the ghost is like floating along on her pace instead. And she's like, wow, that's so hot. Wow, that is so... She was like thirsting over his ghostly forearms. Babes, he doesn't have any forearms. He's a ghost. I was so pissed off. Again, the only reason why I finished this is because it spans over like a week, I believe. And I was like, how are you gonna dig yourself out of this hole? Like, she fell for a ghost. How are you gonna get us out of this mess? Five Total Strangers by Natalie Richards simply was just like too many plot holes. Literally, these five total strangers go on a road trip together because there's like a snowstorm. What about the guy with the yellow bucket hat? Why? Very unsatisfying mystery. Oh, and I hate that this is on the list because it was truly something I was so genuinely excited about. Girls Like Girls by Hayley Kiyoko. I am a Hayley Kiyoko ride or die. The Girls Like Girls music video, I think that came out when I was like a freshman in high school, altered my brain chemistry. If Hayley Kiyoko has no stans, I'm dead. I know that deep down in my heart. And I don't know if this was a ghostwriter. You're following the story of the Girls Like Girls music video, these angsty teenagers trying to really discover their sexuality in a very confusing, obviously awkward, like societal stage in their life, but flop. Flop, flop, flop. Horribly written. I feel like there were so many like key emotional takeaways that I resonated with, but because the writing was so immature and so incomplete, everything about the delivery just fell flat. And that is so unfortunate because, So Hayley Kiyoko, I think instead of writing books, you just write songs. But I love you. Ooh, Once More with Feeling. I feel like Elisa Sussman and Carly Fortune, truly those two authors, they have some unresolved feelings about their ex. It makes me so uncomfortable. I am a hoe for a second chance romance. Second chance romances are so beautiful if done well, but Once More with Feeling was done wrong. I was done dirty. You don't resonate with the relationship at all because a lot of their present day chemistry is rooted in the fact that they kind of used to date, 10 years ago or something? Like, you don't really see them together in the present that often. You're just anchored by their past interactions, but they're very different people now. So it's like, okay, wait, why am I actually rooting for them? Oh yeah, and our main character, Katie, ooh, girl. She was absolutely jeopardizing her best friend's lifelong dream and lying about it, and then like gaslighting her best friend as to why the best friend was like getting mad at her because she could tell that she was lying about it because she's her best friend. No, it just wasn't it. I feel so mean in this video. I kind of want to be nicer, but I can't because every single book I'm talking about, I hated. Call It What You Want is a debut novel, and you can tell. This is probably the most poorly written or like poorly executed novel that I read this year. And you know, again, it's a debut novel, so I have to give it that. Like Elisa Sussman, that was her second book. It still was bad. Call It What You Want, it felt like a first draft. This girl meets this dude in college and he is like textbook gaslighter, awful boyfriend, but she's really hung up on him. And I found it on TikTok, which Book Talk and I don't get along anymore. That's something I'm taking with me into 2024. lord. So she wrote it about her own experience with like a shitty boy toy she had X amount of years ago or whatever. And I've seen on reviews that it resonated with people. And I'm so happy that this book somehow helped you. Like from the bottom of my heart, if this book resonated with you, I hope you're doing better. And I hope you dumped that son of a... We hate that guy. I hate him for you, dude. Like, don't even worry. I got you. But this book just needed more editing. It needed more character development. It needed better writing. A Lady's Guide to Scandal by Sophie Irwin taught me... Oh, hi, hero. Are you eating a bug? This book taught me that I am not a Regency romance era reader. I already knew that I hated love triangles, but this one in particular really pissed me off. From literal page 1, you could tell who she's supposed to end up with. Like the first 50% was exposition and background information, and then the last maybe 20% home, not the butthole. Hello, Figaro. What an entrance. He's looking for this mouse. This is his favorite mouse. Look how beat up and disgusting it is. I had to sew it because Hero bit it. Figgy will literally not play with any other toy but this one. Here, I'll just throw it to you. I think the problem that I have with this book is just the pacing of it all. I didn't like the writing because it's Regency era, and that is a complete personal preference. I don't know if the writing was poor or not because that's my first and last Regency romance, but okay, and I know that people are loving Frida McFadden, and I've tried to enter my era, but she won't let me in. Me and Frida McFadden don't really get along right now. The Inmate was literally so infuriating. Can I do this anymore? Long story short, the female main character gets a new job at her local prison because she just moved back to her childhood town. Apparently, like her ex-boyfriend is a literal inmate in the prison because she put him there while they're doing like medical checkups and stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention, she puts him there because he tried to murder her. Okay, so now that we know that key piece of information, while they're doing their medical checkups and stuff, she's like kind of lusting after him. She's like, oh my God, he like smells like he always did, which is weird because like, don't you have a different soap? You can't just get any Head and Shoulders 3-in-1, right? She is like, oh my God, his eyes are like glistening and they get like really close because she needs to sew them up or whatever. And her breath is hitching. Oh, why? Didn't he try to kill you? Why are you feeling like this towards him? He tried to kill you. This is also supposed to be a mystery, but you knew exactly who was going to turn out to be the villain. The epilogue honestly pissed me off. Like, why was it a romance? Why was it like a love triangle? This was supposed to be a mystery, I thought. Ooh, next one. I'm just gonna quickly gloss over it because assistant to the villain is a huge TikTok phenomenon, and that is how you know that it's really not written well. Just in my experience though, like there are obviously exceptions, but at the end of the day, assistant to the villain was actually dog. It was just very poorly written. It was supposed to be new adult, but it screamed young adult. They flopped with that categorization. I feel like if it was marketed as young adult, I would be less harsh on it, but because they marketed it as new adult, I'm like, babes, where's the adult? It was so bad. Bye Baby is actually an arc. It's coming out later in 2024. So here's to hoping that the publisher sees my Goodreads review and they actually try and make effective changes. So I'm not going to go into it because who knows, maybe it'll be a completely different book by the time it actually gets officially published. But the advanced reader copy that I got, psycho main characters in like a bad way. But here's to hoping the publisher changed almost every aspect about this book. The Lying Game by Ruth Ware. I feel like that's the meanest one, to be honest, and that's all I really want to say about it. Boring, bad writing, way too long, and then like some really racist tones. Ruth Ware in this book. Didn't like that at all. So you know when someone cuts you off? Actually, I've started doing this thing. Instead of like flipping them off, I just give them a thumbs down. I feel like the thumbs down is just so much more effective. Like a middle finger versus a thumbs down. Just imagine seeing that on the road. And then the last like worst book that I actually finished I want to talk about is They'll Never Catch Us by Jessica Goodman. I actually so happy with Jessica Goodman. She wrote a few YA mysteries that I love. They Wish They Were Us, The Counselors. I right now have a Libby hold on The Legacies. I love YA mysteries. This one, the main character is so hard to root for. Like granted, you kind of find out the reasons why she's written like that. Maybe what, 60-70% of the book. But at that point, I already hate her. What's the point? I feel like it was more of like a family dynamic literary fiction than any kind of mystery. Just about some high schoolers in their... Oh, Are you guys fighting? But look, they're like peacefully looking outside together. They're watching the birds. Besties. I love so much that they're becoming friends. It took us a while to get here, but here we are, you know? There are these high school girls running competitive cross country, and then a girl disappears. Man. Oh, I'm so glad I got this off my chest. It honestly felt so good. I'm actually glad that I filmed this. If you have any opinions about these books, good or bad, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What is the worst book that you read this year? Thank you so much again to Ana Luisa. Again, my personalized link is down below in the description. If you click it, you can go ahead and shop their holiday sale, which is the biggest sale that they do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!